Let's continue our look now at the year's top 10 local stories. The serious risks of being exposed to rabies were brought into focus a daycare center in Brantford earlier this year. CTV's Hannah Schmidt now on the incident and the response.
For parents, it was the notification no one wants to receive. Their child's daycare warning that a bat had been found inside and tested positive for rabies.
That was kind of our turning point, that we are going to just have an overabundance of caution.
First came a deceased bat on August 11th. Then, the very next day, another one, this time alive and flying through a hallway. Parents were alerted to the situation through an app the daycare uses to communicate with caregivers and guardians. A parent who wished to stay anonymous due to concerns over their child's private health information told CTV they were alarmed by the news and immediately pulled their kids from the daycare.
It does throw a wrench in some of the scheduling aspect because, all of a sudden now you need childcare full-time for 2 weeks that we weren't anticipating needing.
Public Health stepped in right away, contacting anyone who may have had direct contact with the rabid bat.
Thankfully, no high-risk contact, such as a bite or scratch, that was ever reported during our investigation.
The daycare said the second bat never came into contact with anyone, but the building closed on August 13th for a full investigation. What parents didn't expect to learn, there had been bats at the center months earlier, found alive in a bin outside in June.
It just seems like a big disconnect somewhere, and I think that's the frustration.
The daycare said no one touched those bats and they were safely removed without incident.
It wasn't an incident in terms of anyone coming in contact with it. At the time, the center didn't see the need to concern parents.
So beneath that flashing, there's a small gap. And keep in mind, they only need about the size of a dime.
Wildlife crews were brought in, sealing cracks, repairing structure, and checking every possible entry point.
Install these devices that we've pioneered called one-way doors that allow the bats to exit, but then they can't get back in.
A public health inspector then went room to room, ensuring there were no bats left inside and no way for any others to return.
The public health inspector also performed all routine inspections from a infection prevention and control compliance standpoint, and all criteria were met.
After days of repairs, deep cleaning, and inspections, the daycare was cleared to reopen.
Their children are the most important thing to them, and we need to make sure that their children are the most important thing to us.
Daycare staff say the safety steps put in place now will remain moving forward, including daily inspections for bats, which will be conducted by staff before children enter the building. Hannah Schmidt, CTV News, Brantford.